nyantechwa emre bia am this be free Europe akoma busuafo wo Ghana no me use tap send no fee mobile money transfer eye easy eye convenient eye fast and sound so ye free wontua hwe me discover ye mapim tap send entienne also download the tap send app no ewo mobile phone so free na fesika komo abusuafo wo Ghana fa na nyina tap send papa no
everybody check now check it that beat is real don't will make it kill ya get your green select glucometer and check it sugar level everybody check now check it that beat is real don't will make it kill ya get your green select glucometer and check it sugar level check it green select glucometer check it sugar level check it reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
It is always a beautiful moment right here in the studios of Sammy Flex TV. Showbiz Daily it is. Yaba betremu dia na wo say pim. Weekend ya kodiaba. And a holiday in Ghana. Now in fact, let's say a very big and then beautiful moment to our Muslim brothers and sisters out there. Yankupo Shramo, Allah in Shramo. Na bibia enkodi emamu jojo. Roland is in the shot with me. Bra, Bokodie.
Let's wish our Muslim brothers and sisters Baraka de Salah. Things that we can react in Nepal. There were so many events in the system, and of course, people had fun. People had fun. Ebimunai, so still blue. Thank God today is a holiday, and I'm out for being editing. But then it was a good weekend, and we are back for God and country.
Roland Amati, Enijie. I see we can eat your way and all right, so yeah, to us, Bioma, what we say, Nana Reagan is also seated, ready to rock and then roll. Yeah, to us, so Sana Chemo, so any upgrade the day. Chemo, the baby Boko,
Boko,
Bibi Ashaye, weekend,
yeah, I think it wasn't bad. Before weekend, so Friday, so church service air course.
Oh, sir. What's my class weekend?
Great international ministry.
Oh, David, make us be the normal.
David, Sunday, David, Friday, no, Friday,
no, Friday, the number, Annie. Make us be Sunday church service.
Sunday church service.
Yeah.
I know, I sorry, Ben.
Maybe Saturday, we can look at sorry, and
BBI fine. Yeah, BBI fine. I'm fine,
okay, Mati. Nana? BBI Bokode. Weekend, he was so chilly and up here.
Oh, me the resting fine. Mendra and I'm the call. Madame for me. If I won't invite him, Shama.
Okore, thank you, sir.
Oh, damn. And I'm in person with them on the comment. The Korea meeting, Kakra, and I share her zone with street life, be my best sound areas. And I am born by Kakra, and I'm a buffy.
One person is for life in Tama and Nam Semoni and Sedan.
Oh, diet and Kakra, they are betting me discard. Now, a beer so monsoir, but money being so because. Yeah, now me a fast and money if you want. Mobile, the memory, Semo. I'm for that. The end team check.
All right, so yeah, pass that.
My main cassette, and yes, Salam, on say, my dear, not insurance me about him. Your Muslim friends and so more about now. Omanam Nintina man.
Yes, no.
I'm betting me.
All right, yeah, fast like I say, my Gideon me Lamtesen. On any guitar cameras in our face, you know, Richie the finest boy, Flex being our editor, Lapigi, on your producer, papa. Thank you for being a part of this show. The NBC House was also on a weekend. Ekoye, I hope in Biaboko, I hope in Yabukongusu, Shraminu Mina, Yanfa Konya Weso, and Chia, Dr. Anita, Lawyer Pamela, and Mr. Paul, Mama Florence, someone in our company at Tembiano. Mona4real, MC Berima. Your favorite MCs, MC. And I bet you there not stories in the Yakochuchi. Can't to see Lapigi and the Yakochuchi in the Brum. Nene, the stories you mention, partly movie industry, kakra, and our face, you know, and young to Suso and Suso kakra. Now, you best start here free, Ras Kuuku. Now, in an interview, the Lord say, in fact, Kojon cancer is a joke. No. Eye Ubia say ya ka say dancehall artist 2020 or not never dancehall artist. Na na Kojo can say me be na no ka say ono so reigning dancehall artist. Same way fine lady a friend of churches. I mean Chichi ono so a movie actress. And in fact I say movie industry na egu ni na no because of selfishness. Would you agree to it? In 24 one say omo ready. Na crowd say be in some so I say. Same way if you ask Schwarzenegger and so say Reggie Rockstone hip life papa and kasanga already we devalue no for joining the V.I.P team and also some kakra wo hono and now so finally you be the movie industry no that Mona4real na sem no so they say cuz piece Mona4real only artist the fact so yeah musician not just say you know she has the talent or something like that. What does it entail to be an artist? You know any be film was say but the first story you be pick Raskuku in your interview section been a video na or say Kojo cancer on focus on the movie industry. You share video no you buy you better to you better start feature more so actually you must never come.
Se say die adwuma no so enyom na dɔso anyom tofo na dɔso enti da no na me ne Kojo cancer abon komo bi na osi o Ghana ha ni na reggae da ke se say die adwuma no so enyom na dɔso anyom tofo na dɔso enti da no na me ne Kojo cancer abon komo bi na osi o Ghana ha ni na reggae dancehall artist eyo nu Kojo cancer lewe on not so because na that time we're releasing in Yumbia on a I think say article and the boss anyum me refi nyum no but na on no a release this anyum no and he was saying that he made an argument that I felt was cool or say o releasing nyum ma wo de e ma ye dia on not so releasing e fa no abetu no be fofraba. That's how it is. So I mean isn't
reggae dancehall artist of the year 2020 on where
whoa!
History,
right.
Show history now. Poor music won't be. The whole Ghana now who you draw to say Oba wash a skirt. A band history. Raskuku is the reggae dancehall artist of the year 2020. Into one way why reggae dancehall. And I'm best me who.
Oh, yeah, Kojo cancer.
I know you movie need to say go.
Kojo cancer airborne home modi.
Movie na go.
But he's trying, he's still producing films. Coco Crache.
See, movie na go no. And now most of them omo ye nyo. Omo person mo family. Kwe. Ye ka music industry or ye ka movie industry ho. Egu amungu mo ho na mo baby.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, because we are reggae, we are act like actress and who actor. Was all baby hour now because when to for be hour. Obi bro obi enyum tuni o efe no no bro no the target ni so be enyum nti so be movie a no aye egu ameme best space wa because there's no space here music industry there's no space.
That's not fair.
It's fair.
It's not fair.
It's fair
because share Emilia Brobe or ye movie Emilia Brobe or ye
oh
uni Emilia Brobe nyum Ninyum we release recently Emilia we don't Afro uni sanyum no boma me na rasintie sanyum no
pacho Emilia anka say him say when it comes to the music industry a different from like when it comes to the music industry, it's different from movie industry.
Oh, I mean, some of the movie people.
Me see when you are about
don't cancel away ladder follow ladder in you or the buy. I hate my Ghana phone in a day.
Obaya.
Yes, dear.
We talking music.
I don't know. No idea.
We talking music, and music is food for the soul. Music in your ladder.
Okay.
We talking music. Music is food for the soul. Music in your ladder, yakofo. Movie agua, mo winning your day, and kawaminum. I'm no reviving movie industry, but this is music industry. And music industry, you were generous. Movie industry, you were generous.
Movie industry, baby, I don't, not that I know.
Cool, so.
Okay, so Ras Kuuku, they don't want 7 no. Now before that, partly maybe me the lady nekakra because ne sema okay no. I say being shared is all the same. The statement that Ras Kuuku eka. Oh, just the demeanor, the way of saying it now. What you say or come by heart. I say Liwin beka bibisa. Our person be claiming championship in that their fraternity and as a general. Nimuno. Was specify it's 2020. Na me na me artist of the year. Who are you? What are you? Then na we your that general na ne be claiming superior over that dancehall artist. Oh, just no kana. Chamo. Kojo cancer. I say Raskuku fan this personal and as a son of fan. Does it stand it right to act like that or talk like that?
Not at all. I mean, Raskuku, every argument and just right from the first word that I can. In the minimum, the next Afia started say you cancer because the statement was straightforward. Marine artist of the year, dancehall artist of the year,
reggae dancehall
artist of the year. Oh, Kojun cancer now. What say? Me releasing you 1 hour a day na waje. It was simple argument and kawarin heavy. But I was starting here say movie industry ne good then they hu here. As I feel na o ye ne personal I hu here. Your artists bibri omo ye omo ye musicians especially omo san ye movies. And you know the reverse is also allowed. We also have musicians that are more acting. Tell the old musicians are more acting. Your actors are almost musicians. And not only in Ghana or even in Africa, the whole world is. And you know, Medic Ras Kuuku who you say after winning an argument with just one sentence, of course, so I can't answer now kind. Answer now kind of because they are kind apart from say and being true not as I say or rubbish Ghana movie industry and I be say a good and a more good na monka on a Ghana movie industry are transforming. They do it in another form. Into Ras Kuuku any man me bonamade. Say a movie are transforming. And none as they say most of them are the YouTube. You have skits now, or so-called skits now, or you go YouTube no. As I say, a part of the movie industry no. And then you know, Ras Kuuku more than was a movie industry are transforming. And there's nothing wrong for an actor to also be a musician. I mean, and you know, Mr. Ma or Mane Hano. But the argument is that Nanka Kodun can Sunday brand say. They say no, I'm not the world because on the releasing them the bogus.
On the article, one saying the title is Datsun.
Yeah, a bogus. And then the young Ras Kuuku, a fair statement, every argument, and you know, and sounds in it here. You can't just claim say what releasing them, and now you are the one, you know, or owner also, and I say you are the new king or whatever name that you want to give yourself. Yes. Informal way you can claim that name just for you to feel good, but you ban the reality and I say you can't say you history and to that said or no I can't understand when we are talking about history of Ghana music and especially the reggae dance or reggae artists Ras Kuuku Dinwo or Liwin with Dinwo. Yes, and so it was a simple argument for Ras Kuuku, but and same be no okay after giving this fantastic rebuttal to Liwin was wrong. I think he should check that thing. Otherwise, I agree with him that Liwin was just saying things to make him feel good, or not Liwin I be feeling good, but and the uncover be Ras Kuuku checking when it comes to the some of these things.
All right, thank you very much. Nana Reagan is already in the shot into the NBC. Also, you shape the way I could do cancer, no a comedian or also actor. It is sometimes and then somebody okay can not all takes it serious. What I say, and you know, what share the demeanor now say the way Raskuku is what found the person now. What do you have to say around that area?
Okay, I should follow. I think first of all, there's a quote that says that in praising myself, I insult myself.
In praising yourself, you insult yourself.
You insult yourself. And your man in Nana, a beefy one of my bar, right? Sometimes some things when they don't come from you, it is better. When they come from you too, it makes you look some way. It gives people the right opportunity to also jump on you or descend on you. And I think that is exactly what Kojon Council Ras Kuuku Afia emotions kakra or the emotions kakra but and also keka some the chire movie industry following in say a trainer chamo correcting say a transfer in Gusa. Now, meaning I say, one said, Kojon Council was just bragging. And he's an artist. Sometimes you can't force people for saying, say, oh, maybe I'm gonna make. So, well, especially in our space, people just do those things just to get talkabilities and all of that. But sometimes you need to check your brand value and why it's because at the end of the day, baby, anything for drag or form baby, or more correct or baby. So, a coin be a 2 winning so and also brand values. What did I say? Obianim said there are no records such as a dancehall artists. There are no records to it. Until releasing him back on baby down. So in as much as it might be just a bragging comment or whatever, it is also not right. Then I make you are just like praising yourself and you are insulting yourself because the designing people out there who have the records of who reggae dancehall artists are the reigning reggae dancehall artists now they will see you as if you are winning their work, and some of them might end up even insulting you.
Now, Kojon Council article 1 and what's that 10? What's it?
But and your man may share that painting
okay, but it's not Kojon Council sounding woman. Was this using the dancehall words, Anna?
Oh, well, to me, dancehall is not necessarily using the kind of words or whatever.
Oh no, if you say dancehall, the whole kind it should be like the raga style, the patois style, then things. But the people say Kojon Council the words not use na ye raga, and na ye patois, and na the name patois.
It is all part of the dancehall culture, and that is why some legends were even advising the likes of Stonebwoy and Shatawale say when they are doing, they should use our local language and still do the raga things with them. So when it goes out today, they will know, okay, these people, they are doing the reggae dancehall thing, but they are doing it in a different language. What language is that? Oh, where Ghana, oh, where Igbe, oh, where something. Then it will give you
so when you're Ghana, when Ghana,
oh, that it will still be the reggae dancehall. That just like it's just a change of language, which doesn't change anything. What you're saying? Okay. Ras Kuuku there, I think said he was just trying to set the record straight. Say, Onona, or 2020 winning reggae dancehall artist of the year, and he didn't know any. But also emotions, na woman into. Of our own can say, fine. You say now, also, why should I say, or can't say, I am better than doing commerce there because, well, like I say, movie industry, and there's no space for actor. Like, I don't be a bit too actor on the mentor.
But so, not a more can be said, movie industry, a transformation have been weird. But would say movie industry, a woman and I hear them use some words like that.
Because they don't have vision, they don't know what is happening.
The thing is,
let me say this. This guy, a Cabineza, or an actor, and I say, actor. Into the oil and you're part of the movie industry.
But your movie, Ankasa, and your skit, and I think I comprise the
movie. Part of it, and I make I transform me. Now, no, that featured movie now, they don't do it that much. And then I because and no conform, and I say a good fine. But those people now, more featured movies, almost say another form of movie. I know to win it. And it said, okay, a man for baby to hip life. Na a binomo to a high life. In the youngest they say high life for Guana because we bring a Afrobeat. Can you say
okay? So okay, music now from where I'm sitting, I understand say you genres in the music in the end the big umbrella.
Good.
But the branches in the end the genre. If I say high life, hip life, reggae dancehall, say movie also you say movie. But honestly, your branches are not our person. That's what I want to understand.
Exactly, other forms of movies.
Which you know the names are not
your featured movies.
Series,
your series, even in the form of that telenovela. Now, documentaries. And also with the same thing like music.
Into the biggest word now you say movie. It's fallen, but.
But one aspect of it, which is featured movies, and then I conform. Some movie now, not first or more cassette, so I see the soul tone, and then I conform. But I'm going for now, another form of it.
Okay, all right, sure. Nana Regan to us right now.
I think Chemo have said it all, so the clarification they are done. Sorry, no.
Okay. All right. Thank you. You move on to rule and also share the submission on this. We Raskuku were fan person out the door and I say also we're reggae dance on it. Also, kind of rowdy. Their way of living here. Then see some media.
Well, Berma, me, I'm not so surprised about Raskuku's response to the whole question that was posed to him. One, because of the background and in the recent action. Okay, in our space, most of these things that we normally look out for are some of the talkabilities, the things some of these people bring out after interviews, and most of them try as hard as possible to leave some what we call punches be just to generate some of these talkabilities. And it is not so far from people who do reggae and dancehall. Like genres like reggae and dancehall and also rap. These are people who always want their words to generate controversies, to generate talkabilities. And when we check the background of Raskuku, come on, he said it in his first statement. He's won the reggae dancehall artist of the year, which is a huge feat, a huge stamp. Say he's somebody that, and we know as reggae dancehall artists, these are people who have portrayed themselves. Say they don't fear beef. What they buy, they buy war. You bring it, they will meet you halfway with it. So, exactly. So it is not so far from him. And again, when you check his recent actions, and some of the things he's been saying from one platform to the other, you wouldn't be surprised Raskuku is saying this, because there are so many statements that he has actually kind of taken it personal. This is a normal statement that probably everybody makes, and not that everybody should take it lightly, but there's a normal statement that everybody has said some, like including on Raskuku. So you wouldn't expect him to have gone haywire on those statements, but to the extent of him saying he is a better musician than some people, he is more popular than somebody like Joe Metal and a whole lot. It's
what you trying about?
It shows you how the positions is here in the space. This is somebody who is poised for violence. In fact, any statement that you bring to his territory and his circles, now Oshena, this statement is even he wants to even kill a sledgehammer. That's how it is.
Would you say he's bleeding?
Oh, he's not bleeding per se. It depends on your definition for
bleeding.
Bleeding, no?
Okay, bleeding. Maybe person which I said. Now he's striving to come up, to be on his feet again, like the way. I'm not saying say people are cut down totally, but I say in the limelight like before.
It is
anything that he can get or lay his hands on.
It is part of the game, bro. It is part of the game.
Okay.
Just like human beings want new things each and every day, and then you can't reign forever. But then you can, one way or the other, keep yourself relevant. Some has to do with the talkability, like he did. Some has to do with your music. Some has to do with your engagement with people. These are some of the things that you do as an artist, especially to make yourself relevant. And that is what he is doing. Yes, the statement that he made in particular, as in say what Kojun Cancer said, no. I agree with Chemo. He killed the argument with his first statement. He is the. You see, that is when you are making an argument, bring fact. Let the person also bring theirs. Now, Ojo just say me being more, you being more ha. What I say, just my being saying. You understand? So when you present your fact and the person also presents his facts, according to Kojun Cancer, or see because we releasing you.
And any topic.
But Raskuku is also saying the whole Ghana have voted for me as the king. Into that means me being what you see being what being saying. You understand? So that's what makes the Raskuku's argument perfect. With that first statement, you know, what I say yes or no, you are choosing yourself, but he was chosen by the people. Yes, so that is it. But for the other statements, make it any day. He was just trying to generate talkability from whatever conversation I lead in the buy. He just killing an ant with a sledgehammer. That's what Raskuku was just.
Can say coming from Kojun Cancer Liwin, he shouldn't have even taken it. Oh, madam, skip this question.
And I make us say Raskuku ni sisi ano. Ube home for magun and so crown no fan as before.
Okay. All right, thank you very much. We first story I discuss here and be a part of the show. Now making sure say mobile comment on it. It's your first story about Ras Kuuku and then Kojun Cancer Liwin. You move on to your next story. Still on the movie industry issue. There's this fine lady, a very Chichi, a movie actress now, with Zion Fellis in an interview. Now, say out of selfishness and now movie industry, air falling. You ain't no can Afia Banswa. You told you begin so.
Produced my own movie and started doing something just to be produced my own movie and started doing something just to be busy because it's not easy, you are claiming an actress, you are not doing anything. What makes you an actress? So with Ghana industry, they are doing well, but they don't really cast.
What do you think we can do to help?
Come again?
What do you think we can do to help our system right now?
They need to stop being selfish. They need to cast people. They need to put in more work. They need to invest into their stuff. They are not investing well. I think they should invest very well into their industry.
How much? I'm listening.
Because the industry in Ghana, I think, is dead. I don't know if it's dead or it's alive, but they are not really doing well again.
How much did Chichi invest into her production?
The movie into their industry.
How much? I'm listening.
Because the industry in Ghana, I think, is dead. I don't know if it's dead or it's alive, but they are not really doing well again.
How much did Chichi?
Okay, so this is Chichi, and the statement on his Zion Fellis canon. Roland, what's your sim already? Would you agree with what she's saying? Yeah. Selfishness, can be, and I'm a movie industry falling. So is it even falling? That is what she's asking.
Very much selfishness. It's I acquire idea war. I assess idea. And more if I should say, and sometimes some of these things you can't take it out of the game. And fraternity BM when you go to the music industry is there. When you go to the movie industry is there. Even the football fraternity, every aspect of our lives, some of these things can be found there. But as to whether say the movie industry is collapsing, or ane egu is what I don't agree with her. Because you see, it depends on how active you are in the game. Some say obia to nsuo we you and they are making a first million and they are a millionaire. Obi so dey need to that say the same nsuo mu. Amfa ama sisi obo na nsa no embo. Obi betina ka say bet dina mo boy embo. Obi so ni koko ne bet no okutwa na ne niam okutwa ne bet no. So for her to say the movie industry ne go entirely, it is well. Me, I think say it went on a low because they were just trying to now reinvent themselves. And you know, reinvention, you would have to lose something in order to bounce back. You would have to lose your own self, learn and come again. Which is what when you go on platforms like Aquaba Magic and Showmax and some of these things, you'll be marveled by the kind of productions some of our people are doing. Even featured movies, Crown from the crown. I think say now, since the last time I remember, as in every 2 months there is a movie, a featured movie that is being premiered at either in one cinema or the other. Recently, Yvonne else now back to back. I think she's in another African country premiering 50-50. Again. And when you tell Yvonne Nelson said the movie industry negua, do you think she's going to agree? This is a person that is actively in the space working. It is a who nye juma na who nye juma nya. And no punch let's say go.
I say the percentage na say na the real na movie industry was before now.
Yes.
And now.
So you can say a coffin or a wing of the industry, you know, a coffin, because when the whole industry tried to reinvent themselves, some came with huge force. That is the skate aspect of it. Came with huge force. Now I can say one aspect that is also fast rising air documentaries. Now people gradually, I have seen some producers and stuff who are now going into your friend is saying documentaries and also series. Let's check on our televisions. Almost all, how many series does Kojo Cancer or Bebre? Let's check his series. I will produce even a channel like United Television alone, and he's not the only person. There are so many people, so many movie producers who are now doing series. So that aspect is also fast rising. Skate fast rising, series back. Now featured movies. So Yvonne Nelson and the likes are also trying to revamp it. So yes, you can say a wing of it or an aspect of it has gone down. That's everybody will agree with you. But when you say when you say do you know what it means? That means yes, active space.
Well, she didn't really say or not just say if it is fallen. She wants to be better. So I'm not very sure of it.
See, that's what I'm saying. Whether it is fallen or it has fallen or it is about to fall, it depends on anyhow active you are in the game. Anyhow active you are in the game, because there are people who are in the space that are digging day in, day out, trying to make something out of it. So with you, if you are not that active and you are laid back outside the space, you might not know what is going on in the space. So you can say a coffin, which nobody will fault you for that, because yes, you have evidence to show an aspect of this has gone down, but this one is fast rising. But don't say egu ana egu. Egu ana egu is when we can't find even one person active in the space. So that's, as for that statement there, I totally disagree with her. But I also think that actually the movie industry currently, as we see it, is even far better than we had 2 years or even 5 years ago.
Really?
Oh yes. Especially this year. Especially when you check the number of movies that were even produced in February alone, that were premiered in February alone. From February, you realize that even this year has been better than even last 2 years or last 3 years.
No, we'll consider just some aspect. Once you see a movie industry, you're able to your Kumawood and your
whether it is Kumawood or not. Most of the English-speaking actors, as we call them, have all featured in some of these Kumawood, your friends say, productions before. Likewise, the Kumawood people have also featured. Recently, we saw a movie, is it Galamsey or so? Yes, which had a mix of Kumawood actors and even the people who are active here in Accra. So which one is the Kumawood and which one is the Gallywood again? I think the movie industry, anybody now who is referring to the movie industry, me I think says how Kumawood needs a fade out. So because of way Kumawood actor and I mean the Kumawood production. I think that thing has even faded out of the system gradually. So now there's that blend of the whole movie industry from top to down. Everybody trying to collaborate with the other and make it a whole. That is what is bringing the love or the light of the movie industry back into our surfaces.
Okay, so from where she's sitting, no chamo, young Bisa was from where she's sitting, no, just say, out of selfishness, never or Phyllis the movie industry, no, a folly, and I say a folly crap. Would you agree to that?
Oh, boy.
Oh,
boy. And good, like even the movie industry is now doing well. As I said, it has transformed. The only changes, or the only change now that we can talk about is the distribution channels. Some time ago, they will put it on CDs and go out, do a float, sell them and put them in a shop somewhere. Now we don't have it anymore. It's a big band name or say who's money a big container. Takra de or money hobby. Say no a online thing. And you know Kumawood, for instance, they are even do more production now. Nothing has changed except the distribution. Kumawood now, okwa, omunyana say as we call it now, skits. No more they go YouTube. And you know a huge production koso. How I know more production for featured movies, you know, almost the same thing or more for skits, you know, or more groups. Or more Akabeneza, Yenna Yon, can ask me. But to me, my channels bear 50. And I said, are you going to say Akabeneza is no more an actor? He is still an actor and he is even making more money now. And there are others like him in the space are almost doing the same thing. And in the movie industry, we are transforming and people now almost hesitate. And I say they are not so ready to change for new thing now. And in the movie industry no good because yes, those who were in Accra here, more like the Gallywood actors, anyhow they do their things, you know, and slow down. But even people like Yvonne Nelson, Kobe Rana, and even Kofi Asamoah to some extent, almost they are still doing it. They are still doing production. Just that almost no production, and yet frequent. Almost papa like Kumawood for you know. They almost comparative movie industry no good there be. Kumawood for any in the week. Just Akabeneza, but I bet you if you call him to interview him, say, or you will production, we are so cool, or you will said this some time ago, not a and the same thing, but this time around they put it on YouTube and other online platforms available. So movie industry now, I say the music can say egu in the way that they expect it to be. And it's no more like that. That's why some of them will say ego. But Enkofubi Ababe star through this. In fact, some people are almost no woman almost call it and say Ejaku acrobatomo anyone na say almost ye before. Now almost betia says this is the new thing. Correct Ejaku series in YouTube. Acrobato YouTube. This is the new thing.
Acrobato is
yes.
I thought you said only then I got YouTube there.
Say okay can in some YouTube there then just say oh channel in fact I just go there no crack come any so panel.
Yeah.
Say or may na this is the new thing. And you know nkofo bia the new thing coming no if I almost like they don't want to accept it that this is the new thing. Things has changed, you know. And you know almost a back so movie industry no almost a good for and now almost realize that no, this is the new thing, we just have to adapt it and also move with it, you know. And no more back series some message do a whole village
series. Yeah.
And you know those who are saying movie industry no good, they should rethink and know that this things have just changed. Then they should adapt to the new way of doing stuff, and they will be okay.
Okay, thank you very much, Shamu. You move on to Nana Reagan. Nana, Roland actually was say in Wuye. Shamu also is in Wuye. War field neso. War movie ni mo ye adwuma nankasa. They are also claiming say egu. From where you are sitting, observation, specification, analysis, criticism. And the person used to go for me. What the interest in
critical thinking.
Critical. What the interest? What the crane? What the one for crane? You met to our Nana, what should send a corner? Chemo Canadian, Roland Canadian. What is your observation?
I think I also agree say movie industry no embuye. The ka say egu anache say obia enye ejuma wo Ghana movie industry no be.
Okay.
That is the end of it. But you deny the people are working, and most of the time you say a character ben na dey interest in me. Character ben na find interest in. Then we conclude that okay, because we are not seeing a Jacko, we are not seeing Liwin, we are not seeing so and so person, then the industry is dead. The industry is not dead because directors and producers are also part of the industry, and some of them are still working. They are very, very active and vibrant. Somebody like Lida Jansi was just recently named mentor for Netflix and UNESCO projects be on here. What I say, I'm projects be cry. I'm also wow be we number now $75,000 as production money. Now they are travel or series or film or person. So in Wuye, that is where I agree with Roland and Chamo. But major personally, I think that it has declined because to me and fan to and maybe I said na movies ejinaso or man remove after Ejako move take over and the way the industry was vibrant and tisabium and that is where me chairman for see the transformation of the time na you trust see this and then to the distribution the market to the new face that we have now. I think somewhere last year Madam for V.I.P US by and he was talking to me about how people are still making money on Netflix and that if you have the equipment, if you have the stories to tell, Netflix is ever ready to even finance your projects and all of that. The kind of insights the guy was trying to give me, and tell say, Charlie, it is not as if say ultimate faboto enko prasko enko jisi come back and the kind of them beauty industry. But if you look into the online space and now one answer kasa wo upgrade on who e say okay juma na me ye no she say agro abani until some me dibia you can still cash in huge sums of money. People are still making good money from movies. Until okay a good year no that is how I will explain it. But say selfishness no there menen dey adwen pa
what any adwen on that note
selfishness e oni pe bia obi a me dey bia me ka say there are certain words cry me who so be the atem the dem obi a mystery greed selfish then the way bias hypocrite
greedy.
Or if you don't want to be truthful to yourself, that is when maybe you act like the thing is that some people are very responsible and disciplined to the extent that they are able to manage their selfishness. What you say? Yeah. But if you are not able to manage it now, hey, why affecting your mind? You can say affecting a nyama and now you make one say, man, they be not things that go on. Chichi, right? So selfishness in the head deal a movie industry. In fact, so who person winya susu dia bi de lady na asem na oka no crowd to so a recent CCR transformation skit here man for checker. The reason why we cannot compare some of our skits and it is not really doing well and being a competitive way to the other skits that we see across West Africa, say Nigeria and Hong our people, it should trace it story in here. You see, it will still come back to your selfish attitudes. Sometimes a person young as a baby, I say, we the challenge, Mamma, say, na nipas me see and Bahobi, and I say, nipas, you be trace because the reason why I crap out will be crap point to me, Queen Crassedia, to me legends, say Reggie Rockstone.
Okay.
Now the arch. Now so skate and crowfoot Charlie. I want to feature in them. Can't crowfoot be dinner at them crew. I'm be rough.
As okay, anya de bonnet.
I didn't go hip life grandpapa what do maybe with this casa and I then the watch this ana. Now see how we so about so about the jata do.
Go back TikTok abende.
TikTok. I'm out for them and I'm a background queen. It's an attitude that ya hwene ya na ya managing ya a collapse bibia ya pese ya bia. And one say if you want man na go before from because TikTok and wo ho no sa. And they TikTok now about channel before from eba. And see what it means is that before from eba that channel. As Antoine woman no mudi na na mama grant them no. Almost so before from eba no mo yes or mo ko and crofo no mo kwako you. They also refer them to in kwasa some no mudi and them. What they make am say. Aha, nti attitude they were you mood they were Ghana for mood. The other day I was saying social Nigeria for skit it is doing so well because everybody is being part of it. Bound on jazz old actors ya no mu jira mo na so Isakaba for Kwaisey almost some ye bi Mr. Ebumuni na
papa ya or isike do the onfanya
Petechi
dabi nye pitodechi ayi papa yi
kana like is it that like they are finding ways and means to make sure okay say ntimi nye CD time ne cassette ne one VHS ne one be man. These are what the young guys are doing. How can we collaborate and do it and make it people accept us like Nigerians and let the thing go far? And they are doing it and doing it right. But when you come to here in Ghana here, America say who because your more selfishness of let's say on kwana lady and the skate na afa and you can say we be part of it because nipa no be part of it. Instead of thinking say nipa no contributions are o be accept some be contributing e be boa ma atre ade na ye ni mu and as e be page ade no to another level no of let's say oba nipa no ba be gi ni mu nyam and then the attention will shift from him to and that is all they think about. That is all they think about. They don't think say oh challenge me ade we am yi say chemo ni Roland be come ho a ade na betimi efim pempen so I was sisi anako another level kra na ade chia wo ye de obi fu from saba be shemu no so page ade no the our mindset should be about growth and development, not just us winning and being at a certain level that you feel say you're satisfied with hunting, share the actually had the move beyond how. And I think that is what the lady is talking about. Okay. For all you know, maybe Obia share, young crow for Obia share stories of experience. And I say you're not personally couple or I encounter one or two experiences where we say sometimes people are just showing you that selfish attitude like don't come into my space. If you come here, I am winning and I want to win alone. People maybe why experience be into maybe your kindness and maybe I want to say and say again say that's with the selfishness intimate manage into a mu pa edi ewu nyama bi ma ya intimi na the right into no bon say selfishness ya na sha say na ekumu sa kuma would ya go back and listen to their stories and you just come back and conclude that it is total selfishness na
okay, all right. Thank you very much. On that moving note, you may move on to the showbiz, United Showbiz, hosted by Nana Mama Brown. Now, Hona, if you was nigga, he making statements concerning some time ago, Reggie Rockstone, he be making emphasis say Ghanaians are not really respecting and I don't respect the craft and him because Nigerians are on my documentary be on the Netflix. I'm a feature and actually say okay, at least he's been part of it. Now there's a video back into it. Maybe questions around that area and I reply and I mean if you Schwarzenegger and the man, or should I say first of all, respect now can. What don't be bo V.I.P now before V.I.P. Vision in progress, right? Said V.I.P. So I don't know from Vision in progress. And I say, am I in there? V.I.P. No, I full meaning in there. Well, you will do on a become once and also hold on. Or say, hold on, Ulusu, son, legendary respect Nagasano. Yen Tesson or Cano, near Afia your bar. Now, you ever started freelance, so not swatch and I do every hold on. Yes, bra.
Bra penny we industry nim. Wa ba industry nim ache. Apart as bra penny we industry nim. Wa ba industry nim ache. Apart from the menu no maka nyina. Ama se wuti we. Na de be chia no pa. Na wo se woni na na mama gba biem. Wa be join mafia gang. How? Reggie Danyani anopa. Reggie so we part of V.I.P. Then I was dropping brand. Godfather of Hip Life. I was running throughout these years. Ya kwa Danyani as only one agree ho. So kwa consultation. Godfather say, "Oh no, were you Regina to watch me? Akofa V, e dey akoka V.I.P. ho. You've debranded yourself. Then, what you see respect? Why keep you with brand, you know? How you want us to see you? Not so be baby trawa. Yeah, say so can V.I.P. And others say your Godfather.
Oh, Reggie Rockstone V.I.P.
There be also a V. No, they are called V.I.P. No, now a V.I.P. How is that possible?
Okay, come here plus.
Wait, logic can say me na also.
Okay, if you are Schwarzenegger, no muton. You starting for Roland so, bra. This is what she's saying.
I think say we carries in the cancer ne submission here offside.
You're offside.
Offside. For her to say Reggie Rockstone degraded himself by joining the V.I.P. I totally disagree with her. Because you see, in a space where you would have to reinvent yourself over and over again. It happens with every product. See, Coca-Cola, as we know, has been one of the oldest products on.
Yeah.
And check omo company marketing strategies. You would know, say, with every generation, they try to make sure even their packaging suit generation be a baby. You understand? And that is how it is. Me, I even think say Reggie Rockstone joining the V.I.P, making the V.I.P was a very wise and good decision on the part of Reggie Rockstone and even the V.I.P group. Because see, aside recently Omoko low with production and releases and all that, V.I.P was a success. V.I.P was apt. You wouldn't Obienu Obeka say they made a very wrong decision. You see, the only time you would have a cause to say they made a wrong decision was when Omoba, they couldn't make anything meaningful out of it.
Yeah.
But hey, Charlie, even Selfie was a big record.
Alaji, big time, was one of my favorites.
Selfie was a wicked record, and it wasn't even only in Ghana. Check the numbers, Charlie. When they drop that track even outside Ghana, you should see the response. And this is something that brought light on the V.I.P group, brought light on Reggie Rockstone's career. And in fact, it even goes a long way to tell the caliber of artist Reggie Rockstone is. Because this is somebody that fits in his era, comes to war era, and also fits perfect. So now, just like now Shatawale has the bragging rights to say he was there with some of his colleagues back then, he reinvented himself, and he is still relevant. So when he decided to even go off again, he will come back and he will get you. You can't doubt him. It is the same way Reggie Rockstone can tell you that he was in that hip life era. Now you guys are doing Afrobeat and whatever. When he comes again and he is active back to back, he is also going to be relevant. How would you doubt this person? He has made it. He has evidence to show. So for you to say he lost respect when he joined the V.I.P, no. I think that was when the respect even shot up. Because this is somebody who even respects collaboration, who respects merging, to see say in order for us to even push something. And see, when it comes to the hip life, your friends say era now, one of the groups that were very vibrant, that held the hip life mantra was V.I.P.
Yeah.
Was V.I.P. And who in our space has been bragging as the grandpapa of hip life?
Reggie.
That is Reggie Rockstone. And he knows that, okay, but these boys have done well in holding it, projecting it to the world. And what a way to revamp it again than to do this merger. So if there is any respect you have for Reggie Rockstone, this is the time it's supposed to go up. So me, I wasn't surprised when I watched the Afrobeat documentary on Netflix and I saw them mentioning him. Like, I wasn't surprised because this is somebody that has paid his dues hugely in our industry. He has sacrificed in our industry, and I share with his pain if some people still look out of this zone and disrespect him. That is why I for one was very, very peeved and sad when Shatawale insulted him on live. Because because there is something that I wouldn't wish somebody to do to somebody like Shatawale himself, because he has also paid his dues and he has sacrificed in the industry. And you don't do this to a colleague or somebody who has also kind of achieved the same feat you are also trying to portray. So you see, I share in his pain and his sadness when he says some people still disrespect him, or they don't even know the value of what he has done in the industry. So for you to come and say he devalued himself when he joined the V.I.P, offside.
Okay, thank you very much, Roland. You move on to Nana Reagan now. You see on the submission on that area. Nana, what do you want to say?
You can't be aware devaluing the image and as a brand and an idea. If you ask us, nigga, any comments in our eyes,
if you ask us, nigga, only comment on Mickey about Reggie.
Mickey about Reggie. It tells she doesn't know anything.
What will make you say that?
Okay, so first of all, it is an error to disrespect the brand V.I.P. A total error. If you know the value they carry, like what they have done, their contribution to Ghana's music, you will not even first of all sit somewhere on such a big platform and say for Reggie to associate himself to that brand. Not just say we're devaluing or we're disrespecting. That is to say, oh, if you ask us, only value be my V.I.P. Umbu V.I.P. brand. And if you hold a brand like Reggie in high esteem, and you can say descended above V.I.P. Like, are you serious?
V.I.P. You don't know what
are you like, oh yeah, BBI okay? Because see, she's somebody because you're in the industry, she has been on radio and other things like that. So people are expecting to have certain knowledge when it comes to our music. And yet entirely certain basic knowledge to say they are obewobi. Our such a platform, of course. Also now being a platform, you can share it to people. But now you have devalued that brand now, and I say we know to or reduce the respect people have for you for thinking say who was under region. Where reducing? Obi crowd losing me after watching the video. Like when it comes to our music, the respect that I might sit in my room and think, so if you have something and so I want industry match or it is gone. It is gone. There is nothing wrong with you see Sanyama Rentina Ghana has a home for us to even celebrate legends, associate ourselves with legends, collaborate with legends in some of our creative projects. Some of this mindset and comments, because when you and find home coach they don't give you that room to, or it doesn't motivate you to think, say, okay, Charlie, yes, I started this thing, I'm part of the pace setters of this thing, but see the new generation are doing it this way. Let me even involve myself and shape it well. And can be expecting these are some of the conversation and platforms and say the motive Reggie had in associating himself with V.I.P. was not just because a commodity no need you.
Yeah.
And I said he has lost his respect as a musician. No. And Kayeye Afrobeat documentary and Kenya on media na yebe. What did the American say? Inti anka kona kan bibia say you a to assume be say okay, in as much as it was business, music business that he still wanted to do, to be active in show business, she was also trying to keep that hip life face, you know, so that it doesn't totally die out. And I say, baby, that is the conversation we should be having. But for you to say we devalue, you know, and the respect, and that's what because of the now movie. Like we sit down in this country and people just rub the faces of brands in muddy waters, just like that in the name of what?
Now, I am Kakari say, what show the lives of A+ and other senior personalities. I thought say one of them could just own up and then try to, you know, correct her on that note.
Me, I see. My man can be venture industry. Obia what are down for Obia when they are affiliate. Sometimes when they sit on such platforms, that is the cards they play. He will not come and make you feel like well, say you are ignorant about certain things. What did American say? So maybe that is the card they were trying to play with her. But you see, sometimes we have to speak truth to people. Me, I was expecting some Caribbean, me man share entire show, but I was expecting some Caribbean to make his comments. I'm not be correcting because Arnold has a lot of knowledge or set the records right for her to know. Say it is never a disrespect. Say Reggie didn't know VIP. I'm on my baby VVIP. The first said the group had their differences and there were conversations around it. Doesn't mean say. And you can say, Obi adding or bomb no more almost holding on the mantle that they are holding. Then okay, I'm fine say almost at with differences, no issues, and already and so can the baby, grandpapa of hip life, and all then sachet the debris for more. And a group negu, and then what? Now and on then, and then I can story ben and carveshe. But Okoka owner or Mutimisa, you were listening some of their records. Okoka was not as if Okoka on a crap no. Omu ye bibi anyi. Is that what you want to share? And then the head disrespect say or then Okobom because a group no money value be on my santi. O don't Okobom ka won say mo bibi amoye bi anyi.
VIP.
Like what kind of disrespect is that? You sit on national television and disrespect people when we will be disrespect to see Instagram 2 years.
And you know there's even a huge inspiration.
We don't do that.
There's a huge inspiration even to some of the oldies to collaborate with.
That is what I'm talking about. And no call America bon say a young rapper be about BB no the legend be ashemu like sometimes they are even their events. That's how they even make it so.
Super Bowl. Didi recruited Kendrick Lamar.
Okay, and no say no say no a collaboration but we no a group omo here to just stay.
It is the same
collaborating work.
When say collaboration here will be to say be a wabe once project be a but when they are in to stay.
No, projects now by once and they say be a most more yes and gonna agree some more collaborate. And I say it's an event and you are collaborating. But this one it is a music group which he wants to be part of it and make sure say the group is still holding on to values and and we have known them for, which is not crime and you're wrong. In fact, we should even encourage people to do it.
We encourage Cranka or to me by from to the or to me by from on a patapa group crap na nka bi o kan sa se Cranka me ye kakaba no crystal but o ko bo VIP
down patapa
o ko kan VIP
so now the patapa
o se me kan old for na new for no
Regan ka se mother patapa be bon pe
so patapa I think say if you got it wrong it was a foul comment. Me I wish I was so to me crab pa the brand VIP crap
and Reggie Rockstone
only say
oh they only can pa VIP chow because what he said means that Reggie was so and the VIP are nobody like come say no can say they on ho be for the say they on group like hey
ona only say the funny thing is say Nancy na me won say the brand VIP no that kind of me for chi about hey me about form but it can be before asem kan we no akobenya obi na no like sir onim sir rowdy boys living everybody so definitely
because
definitely
it's there
but a situation in location at the community issue. So what I say, we are not encouraging anybody on the streets to go and attack if you are.
Oh no, not that.
What we are saying is that you see, like she a bit do maybe on a person for a better respecting for certain things almost why. Until when people go through that same tunnel and as a partner, don't drag them like this on national television. Reggie Aje, he's yes, yeah, counting as Hip Life grandpapa because of the works and the contribution in our music space. V.I.P is never a small brand to talk on. In fact, as we speak, Obi Obet show the history of Hip Life. I want me and let's take V.I.P crash story room crap.
Error.
Two brands now can you see Reggie or the way V.I.P or the way.
Yes.
If you are Schwarzenegger,
we are talking about pay setters.
Then partner bit my case if you are Schwarzenegger.
But they no put them in person record.
Oh no, send me. That's what I'm asking. I think so. You have to help me with that.
I know her to be a radio person. I mean, she has done even movies. You understand? And she also contributed to the industry. That is what I'm saying. Say, maybe when we are talking even about series, TV series, you would want some respect because you have been on that field. Rebecca also can contribute. More contributed to that space, you know. And you will nobody. In fact, in this many now we are still alive, and nobody will sit down and watch anybody to disrespect you. Because also waiting here, remember I say if you be 60 years now, I say oh because in the movie Afia Snake and I said the series Afia Snake and one of the top notch series bar ye industry you know obviously your man a title Queen Afia Snake Queen of TV series and I say now the man na so impo ono class po effort no so self-acclaimed title crap of fato no so na e wo honum na no chire bi obi be ka ono anyi nduru no ka say okay say won say new generation no omo so ma start nyama bi ntino ya man robi okwa bi na bi amefa na say aka Ebenezer production ye be hu na Afia Snake collaborated with them every day be on your twa skit every day be on your ye bibi no be ko tana TV so no ka say o don wa akwakobo aka Ebenezer ntino o disrespect on with the value brand then like I mean listening I mean and passion.
Okay, all right. Chemo, me pacho, you starting with the question and I may be an answer no. Because me say be am no. Knowing if you are Schwarzenegger, me say be as that series in your kind or by one of the biggest. And now face radio personality where be. And now face the rest meet make as a controversies. Apart from that, then partner with me as a beer. So we V.I.P. Yet say Nigeria, uko Nigeria SAS so. Near both V.I.P. D those days no in a stage perform here. The number almost me hold it I can say high life, I mean hip life to that level. Reggie himself has done it. Yeah, shed that kind of mantle now. If you are Schwarzenegger, then pan the bit my say beer, masum. Wait, me na me holding and as I know wabe.
Okay. So do you want me to compare achievement of V.I.P or V.I.P to that of Schwar or what?
Yes, that exactly.
Now why should I even do that?
No, maybe we can just list for people to know.
Schwar has done something in the industry, and that's why you keep on hearing her name everywhere. Like she has done something in the industry. You can't take that.
There's something out here. Maybe you say because of the
and one of them is even her name should even tell you something. The name that she was playing as a character in the series is the name that we are using it to call her now, and it should tell you that for anybody to earn their character name is a big deal. To play a movie role and after that they call you that name, it means you did it so well, and now it's sunk with people for them to even refer to you with that name. So for the series, she really did well. The essay or any paye, it will be busy. When you come to the radio, she did a lot of things in radio, from Happy FM to even OK FM. She was more like a loud mouth. When you are talking about news and Bibiano, you don't take her out.
UTV program.
She was also
one of the finest programs on UTV.
UTV.
Saturday be.
Yes. Now she had her own show at UTV. And also running for some time. After almost and I said resign from there. And also call something of that sort TV Africa. So she has contributed in the industry. Why yet to me apart from other characters but you can compare what she has done to that of V.I.P. Come on. V.I.P. was way high, but the point is that and that statement now making, you know, me, I was like, oh, why? Like, and I almost on no more platform. I think that almost the service kakra because I'm not at a point to crack. I say, or said the name officially, people disrespecting Reggie Rockstone, as in say, "Ubi aba no aye," but in the circles of almost discussion that sometimes people disrespecting say obwa and you know they hip life by any that kind of argument and is still there. The problem is documentation. When there are no documents to prove say you have that thing, people who may not even like you for no reason will counter it with something that will be difficult for you to prove. And they say, "Omukofa ba kra say some people Sydney and Gofu busy omukotena studio bi no more yet discussion no more say I do we say the hip hip hop Ghana hani ha life and the moment friend hip life or no almost discussion omukoye you or man document or man trying to be your mad Reggie Rockstone in his song you himself can say and you me you said the me need a friend hip life and on a documentation a nipa behind does say come on you can't do anything this is it I mean there's a proof in his song I all mentioned that word hip life and then you say I can say their manner then you can't argue even if you don't like him there's a documentation or there's a proof and that proof is in his song. And then, you know, the thing is that he has done so much, but and I make us say disrespect now or no kind. And I'm person me or person or chile say yenye bibi man and now when any bibi man on anything disrespect now.
No, but I think sometimes it is the attacks and comments.
Yes, and attack and comments, you know, everybody and those people go scot free because of former way na make us say any one and it will be a bit me can be then cause I don't know how can you do massa
reference in it
any panocan any be wunti or mama can be that's the bottom line and you know I think going forward no we should look at that but what if Schwar said Yambum like Minyaga Maka say BN yes BN and in the Yambum and it was an excuse as if it was an excuse for her to say it's okay if people disrespect him. Okay. Or devalue so because they were discussing Reggie Rockstone's statement that people disrespect him and that was the discussion. So for you to say V.I.P there he has reduced his value the legendary status. So are you saying that because of going to join V.I.P or because of attaching himself to V.I.P now it's okay to disrespect him? No. It was a wrong statement from the beginning, and V.I.P is not like ordinary group for you to even say if you join V.I.P you have devalue yourself or something. No,
and even that attack start say
V.I.P. That attack, I mostly I don't want to take that disrespect, because that attack is coming as a result of not. Of us not having any proper documentation to prove. Yes.
But if you are no way back,
if you are the end of the day, it was way off, and we shouldn't allow this thing to happen like that. And that's where I will not be happy with those who were on the platform, and they could have easily. Tell her, say no. Where you are going, where you are going, the emphasis.
Sorry.
But she said it, and let's take it like that. Say, it's a Reggie Rockstone will still have that legendary status, regardless of joining V.I.P or not, making him the V.I.P or whatever. Reggie Rockstone will still be Reggie Rockstone. And but anyway work out. So
Okay.
let's take it like that.
Okay, all right. So this is coming from Chemo. Yem fan is if you are fascinated, a nigga naka. It's you know, one of the bogus statements here, yeah. What I making, you know, or the maybe I school word. Now, if we move on to your final discussion. Now, final discussion. The question I'm basically decided to say, what makes you an artist? What makes you a musician? Question we over explaining and as much in crowd one man sana you read the statement here Kwaisey P, one of the biggest high life legends and I mean as living legends in our space. Now as somehow I can say Mona4real. Fine lady Mona4real. Actually say Mona4real no dey onye in fact onye musician. Hey, obi atonebo etimi obomo ndin Ras studio akwa recording aba bonten yes onye musician. Now yebe story we I think say Ghana weekend any Pami Dazi boss himself. Shout outs to you wherever you find yourself. On not sure I say Ghanaian high life musician Kwaisey P has questioned Mona4real's music talent. He told Feeling Daddy on Takrady Base Empire FM that the socialite has no music talent despite the fact that she has released hit songs. Speaking about what artists consider before they feature other artists on their songs, he said there are artists who basically choose to collaborate with people with the numbers and the bars and not necessarily those that are talented. People will, hey, seriously, people will love to do a song with someone like V.I.P, that is Mona4real, who is not a musician because because of her large following. He said, okay, I think say your audio or can say audio no we are now you best start feature most with a question that maybe say you see who artist
shouldn't have any issue with me, but I'm saying me only issue, yeah. So Obi Bana me say or me only issue, yeah. So Obi Bana me say or me only me yeah. I am me that person shouldn't have any issue with me, but I'm saying they would rather do a song with somebody like maybe V.I.P or something, or no only musician. They will do it because our numbers, our social media.
But sir, honestly, a musician.
They look almost as a man.
Kwaisey, V.I.P, honestly, a musician.
Since
V.I.P, or a musician.
Me can't say on your musician. I'm saying I'm talking about in terms of
caring.
Me as you know, being in the industry for so long.
Yeah.
You know, but the fact is, look, the fact is, we can tell who perceive can be Dinamo story.
Yeah, fine.
But the no credit or no car, V.I.P so any musician. I'm telling you, we can tell who perceive Dinamo story, but I'm telling you.
Yeah, no, me, but
I know, I'm a calm out.
V.I.P,
because who feeling that we need the American. But can't some no their question story could be in a kind. But you know, sir, you what's my radio for God knows how many years. You know who is the musician and who is not, and who is trying to be. They have the word we say wanna be. You know it. So Ghana no plan and running you know. And I'm not difficult.
The point you made, you clarify. Based on what a inter or person can say, V.I.P on your musician. Based on what reason inter or person can say V.I.P on your musician.
I don't have any reason, but I'm telling you from where I started my music from me. You know, so I was born from a music home.
Yeah.
What do I say? I was born from a music room. A lot of people in the world system, they are making like I said, they are wannabes. They want to be musicians, but they are not musicians, and it's a fact. The colonel, the young Pelican, what I say, and she's one of them. What I say, because me from where I know who is a musician and who is not. What did they make? Okay, so this is what Otimi Echeche Muche. On all person say
Hajia for real. On your musician. Na the numbers no. And I'm ene. Honestly, to me, P limelight. Chamo, who is a musician? First of all.
Oh, it's simple, but technical definition and general definition and nipa be accepted. So if you ask who is a musician is anybody who composes, conducts or perform music.
Okay.
Anybody who composes, conducts or perform music is a musician.
Thank you.
But technically speaking, anybody who plays musical instrument is also a musician.
A musician.
Yes, but US for instance, US employment service. US employment service it be defining musician as a designated person who perform music as a profession or use music as a profession. Into be a music or as a profession in terms of performing, singing, composing, whatever can be considered a musician.
Thank you for this expatiation and explanation. So my own. Bra, this is what Kwaisey P is saying. Mona4real, on your musician. Why would someone like Kwaisey P say something of a sort?
In fact, Odi can crack and say, "Oh, you musician or baby," in the conversation. And no time I say, "Oh, you musician." But I think that where he is coming from, or per se, and go qualify on your musician, just he got the chance, but he still didn't take it. He wanted to say Abia or need talent to say the or no person or will be musician but your man the chance and no one chim. I mean say now why emotional for some reason or whatever. And you know, first of all, Hajia for real a musician. For all technical Abia person used to be she's a musician. But you can argue say Abia or yet talented musician for you. And I say or consider musicians in terms of talent and how they do their thing. You won't consider Hajia for and over or personal views that yes you can hold that one. But for all the terms, for all the definitions that you will find, Hajia for real a musician 100% in the order or the flower and I make can say na minimum question crow and I say answer no person or them it's you take claim now or you say Hajia for real new musician. But who follow conversation kakra you see say at some point you can say because or one numbers in and big artists be any no be collaboration. Now that big artists now or no Kwaisey P be consider say or we musician collaboration be na ya no mo ye no ya no mutumrika o and also so people that you consider as musicians collaborating with somebody who is not a musician and they will come out with something music and I say and I say
the person just says artist no consider this for a musician
like
Stoneboy or going for Mona4real or come because of the numbers, not because of
you know what
the talent or the music.
Yes, but what are they going to do? That's where the issue is. Or call for the numbers with Hajia for real. No, acquire somebody like Shatawale did the song with Hajia for real. So Shatawale was going there to do a play with Hajia for real, or they were going to do music. They were doing music. So you can't just say she's not a musician when even all the creme de la cremes of our in our music industry are collaborating with her, doing things with her. So how can you say she's not a musician? And I make her say yes, he got the chance to explain saying she's not a musician. Yeah, but still he didn't take it. I was expecting him to go in the line of okay, she's not talented enough. She came in not long ago. I think she needs more time to maybe grow or something like. I thought he would go that way, but after the guy even pushing him to take that chance, he didn't. I think all the conversation it was about maybe emotions be a when any some kind of contempt be a woman people that he think that they are not good enough to be even in the music industry.
Yeah.
You know that thing sometimes it happens to some people. Some people that you think they don't have even talent. They don't deserve it and they are making it. I mean they are making hit songs and all that. And now onim to onim bibia onim C sharp onim one
very flat.
Obo guitar piano guitar
oh yeah emfa na haja for remember na say ya na better better than bad then
say what
na ono no kwasipi na ya wono the one funny thing that he said was ono the ya wono music family.
Yes.
Na minim say music is genetically transferred.
Oh, say no, everyone hereditary. No, yeah, it's true. Like say more. Everyone say more talent and as more craft more anymore. It means it means about the do as a from music, football, and even teaching and as be a professional craft.
And you are saying it's hereditary that, but do you know that word like genetically inheriting some kind of characters and other talent.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Papa. I wouldn't the gene for that thing. No, when you say something, well, maybe you don't understand that word hereditary and genetic, you know, transfer. We can map every genes in your body. Any adequate give you that kind of resource now. It is a now you can say a hereditary. Jeans I ma one e bi wo papa body and e bi wo body and I say wo ma me ho na bi wo and say ye fa obi a ye no a musician na wo ne ba na ko ne jeans ni ma e bi hu say music jeans
no but it's possible
ko ja ko abo
it's possible
abo music jeans
possible
man na da ma me chewa
okay
ma me chewa saade no eni ho de ewo ho a wo kan e bia wo de ebe ma wa dada wa bo say hereditary no environmental factors say o papa is musician na owo na o ye music na o ben na o ne ye na o ne ya then you can pick that character.
Okay,
it has nothing to do with genes no.
Okay,
and yes anka ene ne baby oba woni bia be hu nwom to but sankofo ne nwom ba bia ne nwom to say o papa no ma me wa na omo 1000 kra omo ma nyina wa because omo was agents no ibinya obi a owa a obe wo na ne ba short and no because osa contain jeans na short no and there's no compensation for it unless there's something we call mutation be to me change the jeans in the moon na ma want so they na change and in the music talent any hereditary. Take it from me today. But obi betimi a follow ne papa ana ne maame ana whoever na busu ani bi
yes
enya de onya no but eno no se obe attributing it to genes kra na ye wo genes bi a ewo e bi ability for the person to do things in a certain way e bi a otimi or good voice otimi shout ye or ye hwan eno ye hereditary and so yes obeto nwoma that enema na owo no ebe project ni ye and e bia akwaboa the musician you know father no or ye good musician sa ne characters na man ye good musician or the be man ba no ba eno no nye musician gene.
Okay, so when say yeah gene be ho ma e ma we very active you will be sao.
Yes,
this is what I'm trying to mean say we will be sao ho na abedipele etumi abobo na bia na mba na se phone nyina minimum nyina from Rahim the day are you Jordan and na e bia o maka nya me hu so e bia o bobo I side with you. I understand the fact say e bia o hu say na papa bobo ntino o so bo definitely bit like the way Messi is training in the Banisia but say sadi enu mu a sa hoden sa gina hoden enu mu a how would you e bia ba catch me say bia e wo hono but e bia wo be hia coaching wo be hia guidelines
what can you team ma we enya science na e ntina e ma menka kakra bi ni nta so
okay
sa gene na e ma na ye active ne wan no enya football gene what I say
and specifically
for football because obi betimi use eno ade aye bi before ebi o de betu America obi be good athlete because ebi o compare one Abedipele Jin na eye similar into oni America to ba
what I'm saying and oba na obe hia guidelines any ebia
ba mati the American say eno na owo no ebe ma watimi aye better in certain areas but sa eno no ya wa inherit self abebo wona wa ba be pie ba bia e be say e bia well enye nkwa na over this confusion. In fact in history no there was a guy be an friend landmark in biology our year theory be landmark theory into omo mission biology basic no ye kire omo ono no edit proposal be by say to inherit something e dey who parents no aya for a longer time omo develop certain features and omo transfer ma and then o kan sa na ye dwen say okay and this papa ya metro man there and say wan kan so ye metro
I'm not so as they got ne mami
no papa say nya say wo no so ye macho onu so hu ye no koma so
o say ono develop ye wi
good
ye the power
adena say ye hereditary say nko wo na kan so ye metro.
That's what I'm saying, sir. I'm not disputing your facts.
Very much. Say, papa ye tintin. Na ne because ne tintin just ne hereditary. Or the mawa. Here say papa go na people so as no ye tintin. Automatically be tintin. It is a kabole and say hereditary. Say my bole dey wi. It is the mawa.
Yeah, wo no nye bole. Obe ono no be mass no be.
They say ono no
yeah, they started free bet. Enye baby I would do.
Okay. And they say
hereditary no, you started free bet. You're confused.
Okay, yeah. Abedipele ya wo na no bobo.
Dabi.
Into Ocean or one of it. Into the time now, no develop ya baby footballer. And I say, Afia now, no developing na all be transfer money back.
They make channel say, they make a specification. No, you were Jim Bia, a one wedding, a man wedding, and I will make it say, wait me the true because what I'm saying is, growing as a child, growing up as a child, Ebia, you bet shaping for her, you two woman. Depending on what they want to do.
Yes.
But if it runs through the family now, definitely over to my.
Yes. But I know and I can say I know in your hereditary.
Alright, Martin.
Because I tintin now. And you say your own as a attack with the mountain so now
I tintin.
Okay, Martin.
And now you fair. Your own now you fair. Oh parents and they fair gene now you are your cocoa. And you say I feel like no
condense
to be an
yeah,
later we are not doing biology. So the point I'm making is Kwaisey P for some reason contempt ma this lady Mona4real. I say what disrespecting when you three movie say we need to be a musician that and for some reason what could didn't come on a P and I can't know me I disagree with Kwaisey P because technically and even in general usage of the word musician V.I.P qualifies.
Thank you very much. You move on to Nana Reagan. Said another channel. But they will be to say, in fact, all make a statement be crap. Say, and you money there, or two are fine. But if you want my name, you're there to say, Pata, what I say.
But still, I'm a musician.
Or a musician. But if you are new, then you
make it.
To other two also.
So I say we know the Ras Kuuku ne Liwin ne nyawo de no na very
like any kind of song.
Na very much.
Okay. I mean I'm say Kwaisey P normal adjourn the ordinary person who consumes music and is an enthusiast of music, who an artist is a comparison which says, oh, we a proper musician, we the young musicians, I'm commoning a course. We just don't know idea for a crap. What's we see we reading more comments on social media, so it is not but technically if we say on a musician also so based on sang comedy any sa you know and the because entirely on a musician you might also be wrong.
What you know when you are not a musician?
Oh, as we speak, you cannot say Kwaisey is not a musician.
Okay.
Because or qualifies to be a musician.
Okay.
Haja for you qualifies to be a musician. Bia, why further investigation be akronym no who say oh bia Haja for you cry on instruments be abo. Onyo na no choro nyom. Ono nyenya ma bia nti onye.
But still are you a musician? So to performing one day.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, point na. Oh yes sir. Akamasa mama me.
Nana kafra.
The person ne say person make us say on choronyom and as onye say onye musician. The person make us say on choronyom on instrument bia and I say bia onye one na compose ye wonyama bia. You don't qualify to be an artist. Enye musician bia na ye artist. Your artist your musician obeti na ye artist. Say obi say Sugar Lord. Or a musician or a artist, and as a artist or a musician, or guitar, or tronium, original microphone which you performing, or recording in your money BBR. So such people don't me for more than 2 to say. Also back here or uncomfortable backing Crawford or they are all musicians.
Backing vocalists.
Yes, they are all musicians, but those people they don't qualify to be an artist. Or Tony more right. Also, Jamaica for a Tony Manamaya, but won't mean first and a pan say we're artists. No, performing. In fact, away here say a mobile band, a performing microphone, they are all musicians. But you cannot qualify them as artists.
Artists, and what are the bases?
And I make sure say you have to aside say unim enyomuchro and our instrument be and I say you should be able to write your own songs and I said perform one kasa and your ma wow dia. What did I make an say? So who to obi nyoma we a musician. But who to wa nyoma wa na wa chro akọ record dia. You are an artist.
Because my fair dictionary more say you search and I say a professional entertainer, especially a singer or a dancer, is an artist. A professional entertainer, especially a singer or a dancer or a dancer is an artist.
The me person in control say oka say o compare artist and musician. I'm telling you the technicalities. If you like take it, if you like don't take it. What I'm telling you is that you be a musician or a artist. But any artist be a musician and as a musician be an artist.
Okay.
I've given you several examples. Me say omo band na mo okoyi asa betimi akofom ba bebo amachi dide no lumba nyom wana nyom no omo nyina mo ye musicians enti ene so bi kra boba na se kosipi ko gina be ka se akwa eminim no otopa abobo nyom ewe yi ase enti onye musician it is wrong. But the sandy panu ntimi mfe ne artist and I remember a typical example of an artist obi to say Sugar Lord. In fact kosipi as we speak now he's an artist. Or a musician or qualified to be an artist. And yet, obia musician bia na ebetimi qualify no. Those who understand these technicalities and comparison, they know what I'm talking about. And you obia na ebetimi aka say okay, oh, chemo perform 3 music awards or one nyom back. In fact, a nyom back na chemo won crap no say bia nya ono ana nyom crap na. It doesn't qualify him to be an artist.
Well,
so an artist and maybe basically for us to really understand, you have to have your own. You are performing your own songs.
And I'm a artist.
Yes.
But per what you are saying, and I'm also saying, say the little research and research I hear, someone who entertains, whether a dancer or a singer,
they have qualified. Yes, they have just the dictionary is just like a bit more is the modified like the
definition,
the general definition of artist.
Okay,
but the technicality be say we artist and indicators na mema won. What I say? Enti enye aja for real fault say ebia or wetin me aye nyom. Na wa recording you or performing and it is not her fault. She is a musician. Into original baby now cast on your musician on what grounds and also on what basis and how they cast aja for a musician. I'm just making that artist argument because I wanted Kwaisey P to say that with further details and system. Maybe name say Haja Faro. Onye ono no chonyo. Enyo mo to ne kra enyo ono anenyo. Onye say onye sa ntie bia onye artist emame. But for you to say so onye musician no, I don't know kwan bia you can say argument na angle bia be fafi bia makes Haja Faro a musician.
Yeah.
Say see I angle bia be fafi bia she's a musician. What I say?
I get it.
But any angle bia if we want to make the artist argument, any angle bia be fafi bia na Haja Faro your artist. That is where I'm coming from in bringing the artist and the musician thing. So Kwaisey P bia wa ten komo anase we din komo kra we chese de na chemu kan bia we din komo ma onu ni trim kra wa adwumpo bi so get we dia me de onye musician ni sikana ni sikana bi o de nam so no de ye nyama bi na wo fame wo social media no so no de nyam mu ana o tutu sika bi na o ye nyama bi nkrofo nkomodi omudi nti utimi engineer no so e kan say onye musician to wo bet say yes ye kan ye din komo pa say kan about musicians e wo we mu such a platform so now called Tanaso Kase Haja for onye musician. Then you are also telling people say you don't have a knowledge on who a musician is. That is why I'm disagreeing with him.
Okay.
Meaning bebia meaning be motivating am akase Haja for onye musician.
Okay.
I need the technicalities of it. Okay. Like any on kwani bisa ankomo. Until na mo akari bisa.
All right. So per Nana Regan definition no, opeso che say ye ban into it. Opesi ye go into details an artist you be a say okay or you entertainer whether a dancer or a singer but upe ako into it and kasa omon wo yi ase boban ne say ye ne de you wouldn't qualify them as an artist or me musicians. Roland, yeti also side.
Very. I think say let's establish this fact say anybody who plays any kind of instrument is a musician.
Yeah.
Okay. And as we know, the voice is also a form of instrument. So anybody who technically discharges an instrument, that is the voice, is a musician, one way or the other. You can choose to add professional way or professionalism or mainstream to it. It's a musician. That's established. I also think, say, anybody who is a musician is also an artist. You know, the word artist, there is art in there. What I think makes the difference is that some are mainstream artists and some are not mainstream. What Regan was saying, say, omo mubo yase ne obi wo honoma or you're behind the scene, but it's a musician because there are some artists that omuko studio ko perform like omuko record. Yeah, some come to play guitar, some come to play keyboard, some even come to play percussion and all that. These are all musicians, okay, but they are not mainstream artists. You understand? They are equally, they are musicians and they are artists, but they are not mainstream. Okay. So me, I think every musician is an artist. The only difference is whether you are mainstream or not.
Good.
No, and to answer our question, if I perform Daddy Lumba song, am I artist?
You are an artist
because per the definition.
You see, you
wait,
see.
Let me tell you something. Even in your talking, you say they can't artist. There's an art there.
Yes.
Anybody who doesn't create art is not an artist. Don't deceive yourself. The fact that I am performing that the Lumba song doesn't make me the one who created that art.
But you don't perform it like
no.
Wait. You don't perform it like Daddy Lumba.
Let me laugh.
No matter how.
My point, and then they say, Daddy Lumba na I create art, no. Me and you na me create art. So I am performing Daddy Lumba's art as a musician, but not as an artist.
Wait,
simple.
Wait. You see, you are performing Daddy Lumba's art, okay? In your own form of art.
No.
Okay.
Chemo meba. Somebody when Sugar Lord is performing Camido's Sugarcane, does he perform like Camido?
No. He has songs that he perform on no one. You know where you are confusing yourself. Sugar Lord, ebetimi a performing nenyom a performing Sugar Lord Camido nyoma. He's an artist because ono wo actor or performing a show. Answer na odi obi di aka won no odi bi di na
Sugar Lord because Sugar Lord no one professional. Okay,
wait. Me about
Reggie. They say obetimi a performing Bob Marley nyuma wa ye ni na. But o performing Bob Marley nyuma wa ye o wiase ni now they boko concert in them. You are doing that as a musician. You are not an artist. The art is not from you.
No, listen. An
artist is somebody who is entertaining somebody. So the fact this guy is entertaining somebody. Basic.
Simple as that.
Yes, basic.
Bring the professional.
Yes, you see whether professionally or even unprofessionally, the person maybe okay, professionally.
If you are let's say in your bathroom. When you are in your bathroom.
Chemo. And I'm person.
That one who are you saying it to?
You are
entertaining yourself. Exactly.
You are not an artist.
No, Chemo. Okay, wait. Chemo. Let me land on this.
Okay.
No, I am making myself.
In the same vein, explanation that you are giving and using the entertainer to qualify, it's a boxer and artist.
Yes, a boxer is an artist because it is a form of art. No, it is a form. Check the definition of an art. It is a form of art. Somebody who paints is an artist. Somebody who sings is an artist. Somebody who runs is an athlete. It is all a form of art.
You just do your submission.
No,
yes.
Relax. Never. The only person who run very gun. Etias, you say. Pay on only definition for artists, no. Ebia no on person technicalities, but on the layman and on the layground, no, an artist you be or entertain you be, whether through music and also dancing,
doing it professionally.
Okay,
we didn't state professional,
and in doing it professionally, there's what that is why I qualified it with mainstream. You understand?
Good.
That is why I qualified it with mainstream. That is to back the professionalism you are talking about. You understand? So I am saying a musician is an artist. The only difference is who is doing it mainstream. You see the person that is going from one funeral grounds to another. The person is doing it professionally. Yeah. And the person is doing it mainstream. There are people whose job is to do that.
Good.
And they are equally artists. Because when you check them, almost all of them have their own records. Aside them, but they are known for performing other people's songs. You see, so I want us to establish that also. Say these guys are also artists. Now, as to whether V.I.P is a musician or not, I think she's a musician because Kwaisey is good on the keys. Is good on the strings, is good on the voice. So technically, we can say probably he is good in 3 instruments. Let's take it like that.
Yeah.
V.I.P probably cannot play the keyboard, cannot play strings, cannot play drums, cannot play anything. But she can discharge her vocals, which is also another.
She can dance too.
Exactly. So she's a musician. No, you didn't take it dance in the car side in part. Like she's discharging an instrument, which is the voice. Which makes her a musician.
And her performance,
there are people who don't know how to, didn't know how to play keyboard, didn't know how to play the strings. They learnt it and they are musicians. Why? Because they have perfected it and they are playing. V.I.P, probably her voice was not that polished like now. Has also gone through training, just like somebody who plays the keys and the strings had gone through training in order to gain that experience to play and call him or herself a musician. V.I.P has also gone through that training to perfect the vocals, no, to qualify to be a musician. So when you say she's not a musician, I find it a little questionable.
Okay.
The conversation that he is trying to lay across is something that is, I would say, street knowledge. There are some people who would, just based on the fact that probably they have a certain kind of definition for something, will try to say yours doesn't match up. And they will until even football cry will be a bit to me on top of the head, discharging all records and all technicalities on top of it. We say so wait the only bob was in Messi. You understand? It's one of those day-to-day knowledge and conversations maybe. But I disagree with him. Say Hadia for real is not a musician, because she's a musician, she's equally an artist, and she's whether she inherited it, whether she learnt it, whether she propagated it, whether she bought it, she has achieved it and she's polishing it. So whether you are a better musician than her doesn't make her not like a person or non musician. You can be a better musician than Hadia for real. Nobody disputes that fact. Because even Kwaisey P, we have better musicians than him. And it doesn't make him less of a musician.
Okay.
You understand?
I get it.
So he may be a better musician than Hadia for real, which is why he would want to say Hadia for real is not a musician. But then he should understand that exactly. You understand? Somebody can also look at a script, and because the person is better than him, the person will say, oh, that's how you put it in baby. And I'm sure he is going to be offended. So for Hadia for real to achieve this feat, whether she inherited it, like I said, bought it, learnt it, whatever, she's a musician.
Okay, well, musician and then artist, this is the difference, no? Maybe I will be saying, a musician, you will be a Sabian or or using the voice or any of the instruments in the but then artists and ubia unim performances unim how to entertain people, whether through music, through dancing. Maybe say me MC, be on stage, say me to me fan mic, maybe I meet me here and Regan online beer, be an artist. Technically, I know you may find an Regan the side of it, but open the basis of it. This is where I understand. Chamo. And I don't want to mean like that.
Oh, what count there? But I think there are technicalities in it.
Technicalities, when you open the conversation.
Yes, you can see you go deep into it. Technicalities, you remember another reason. But the basics, no. And then this is because she wants to me for Mike, no, sir. Now people are watching you and then laughing, mentioning your name up and down like that now. Definitely be for artists. One question I can best be to one and and say, almost on what live band and I'm going years ago, you're a lead vocalist and as a be with guitar mic not on you now. When you're one-on-one interviewer, the dean over trying to say, and I bet you the and as the title, how are you going to name it? Musician. Yes. Okay.
And as a overture instruments now,
no, me just say be guitar mic
keyboardist.
Okay.
But the umbrella word is musician. So okay. That covers everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when it depends on what the person
wants to be displayed
for.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. I know, say this your last. You need quite a let's be a part of this whole conversation. Be interactive. Drop your comment at the comment section. Hold on now. Soon patch up. Channel wide hold on now. Ebia Chemu account one can ye. Nana Regan account one can ye. Roland account one can ye. Mekra make one can ye. Just this is why we are here to feed you, educate you, inform you, and as well as entertain you. Medin Anna MC Berima, your favorite MCs, MC. Yeah, faster like I say, I'm Gideon Neil Lamteson, Richie Flex, and Alpha in Lapiji, Omo Bin Atembi, Adejumede, Ebremo Jojo. Sammy Flex, all thanks to you as well, and Alpha is currently the digital rasta. If you want you will be a better one.
In charge for Nyangancho September, I think Sammy Flex TV, Flex Entertainment, and Abeka Travel and Tours, will Dubai now, September. Yeah. You could Dubai September, you know. And one hona you so why honey, there say, oh, could be an was so good, not just say,
Chemo, Sammy Flex monetary fund.
Not just say, go fund me. Now you could Dubai.
All right, so
Dubai now the air corner.
That was it.
Money scam person could do.
Charlie, scam for you.
Don't worry, I'll see what I can do for you.
Oh, I think we are good. A big shout out to our viewers who are watching us. It's a source of motivation for us to even come here and do more.
Yeah.
So, big ups to them.
All right, so finally to our Muslim brothers and sisters, Baraka the Salah from Sammy Flex TV. Be blessed, be good, be safe, and always remember, Sammy Flex TV, we are indeed entertainment. Catch you some other time. That's tomorrow. Peace.